Everybody can be vegan. It's not a diet. It's an ethical stance, right? Anybody can be vegan. Hello?
Right. But my question is, for human like me, for example, what what would I eat to feel better when I'm coming home from the gym if I go
Well,
vegan?
yeah,
What would
there's
like
yeah. There's plenty of vegan bodybuilders out there who get like tofu, beans, tempeh. There's all kinds of high protein shakes. There's even vegetables and fruits have lots of protein. Avocados, for example, nuts and seeds. All these have protein. There's plenty of protein as a vegan. There's no concern.
right, but I don't like none of that shit. So what do I eat when
Yeah,
I'm coming home from the gym?
see
What do
that's
people likely eat?
now you're diving into some territory outside of what veganism means. Veganism doesn't mean that it's a diet that you're supposed to like. It's about the ethics, right? So what's better to you, slaughtering and abusing animals or not doing that?
It shouldn't matter, bro. Why are you crying about some animals?
We're not crying about animals. You're the one stuffing them in gas chambers, and we're showing you why that's not right. Unless you can justify torturing an animal, right? Can you justify that for us?
Shit, I'm hungry.
Okay. So does hunger justify killing somebody just because you're hungry, but you have other options?
But do the animals aren't self-aware, so what does it matter?
Okay. So you're well. First of all, they are self-aware. Well, let's just say they weren't self-aware. Do you think a baby is self-aware?
No, but a baby is going to grow into being self-aware, so
Oh, wait.
that's
Okay,
different.
but what if it doesn't grow into a self-aware adult? What if it stops or it's disabled? It'll never grow into a self-aware person. Does that justify slaughtering and murdering that person for food?
No, because that is a person, that is a human being.
Okay, so what's the morally relevant difference between a person and an animal or a pig that justifies killing the pig?
It's a pig, dog.
I know it's a pig, but it's just a
That's
sentient. Just it's also
it's
conscious.
just an
It's also
animal. At the
aware.
end of the day, nature is cruel, bro.
But that doesn't
There-
justify you
At the
doing
end of the
more.
day, the
So if
animals.
you
At the
stop,
end of the day,
you have to listen. I understand you want to come up here and say, but I like it. I know you like it. But the problem is you're causing harm to somebody. That doesn't have to happen, right? Nature is cruel, but we don't have that doesn't justify us doing more harm than needed. Do you understand? You're causing excess cruelty. Why? What justifies the excess cruelty? Can you give the justification?
there is no justification.
Oh,
You're
okay.
right,
So then
but
you
that's the
agree.
way
Then you
nature is.
concede the debate. Then you've lost the debate
So why
because
do I have to
now you
change? But that's my question. Why do I have to
listen. You
change?
have to listen. You have to listen. You've just lost the debate because now you agree with me that you don't have a reason, a justification for harming somebody that doesn't have to be harmed. So why aren't you vegan? You better be vegan.
Because it's not somebody, fam. It's some animal.
You're an animal too.
I'm no. There's no other animal that thinks
Yes,
like
you
us
are.
who has the
Yes,
awareness of
humans
us.
are animals. Humans are animals. We're apes.
Oh no, hell no. This nigga crazy. This nigga said we apes.
Oh, so you don't think humans, Homo sapiens, are apes? Which is a fact of it's a taxonomical fact, right? See, this is what happens almost every time. The guests come up here and they want to go, let me get this vegan. And then I show them why they're fucking wrong. They don't know what they're talking about. They can't debate. Right? It happens every time.
Um, by all technicalities, plants are sentient too. So what is the difference between a plant and a pig?
Oh, so how are plants sentient? What's the medium or mechanism which plants are
What
sentient?
what do you define like as a difference between? So I'm assuming you're going off the
Oh,
basis
Ty, I
that
asked you. Yeah, you
no,
said you made
that
a claim.
pigs are
No,
breathing, they're
Ty,
living,
Ty,
right?
you made a claim. Ty, you said that plants are sentient. Can you demonstrate that?
Yes.
Plants have
Great, go ahead. Let's do it. Let's hear this.
they have built-in defense
They
mechanisms.
plants have
They-
built-in
they can-
defense
they can-
mechanisms.
they can-
Like, do you know the thorns on roses
Well, and not
Yeah.
just-
So you're saying that if some
and
if
sunflowers?
Ty, you're saying a thorn means they're sentient. A thorn means they have thoughts.
react to their
A thorn? What?
You
No,
said
I'm saying
before
they
it makes
have
you
built-in defense mechanisms for a reason. No,
No, no, no.
No, why does that mean they're sentient? Just because they have defense mechanisms. Why
they
does that
can.
mean
Plants
sentient?
can breathe. Plants.
breathe.
Plants breathe. First of all.
Okay,
So,
do you know what sentience is?
do you know what sentience is? Give me your definition of
Fine,
sentient.
fine. We're not gonna play this game. Do you know what sentience is?
Here, look. Plants are more sensitive to their environment than most animals, right? They have to react. They react to not only light, temperature, smell, and they have a sense of
Guys, we're not doing this shit. I'm asking you what sentience is. Do you know what sentience is?
Yeah, like cognitive ability, like in
Okay.
some terms, like the ability to feel, right? There's a lot of different
Right.
and
So
plants. And look,
it's
if
the
you want to
ability
take a very basic,
it's the ability to feel. Now, you're saying properly that plants have defense mechanisms, and you're correct. They can sense things. But guess what? So can my phone. My phone can sense things. My phone has defense mechanisms. My phone has, iOS, the software that can protect itself from viruses. My phone has those same things, but it's not sentient. It doesn't feel, right? Feeling requires certain mechanisms in the body called nociceptors, nervous systems, nerve cells, and brains to process those feelings. Okay? So those are things that are prerequisites in order to feel pain. Plants don't have a single fucking one of those things. Plants, although they may be able to, understand stimuli or have stimuli or react to stimuli, they're not sentient to any capacity that is remotely relevant to what we care about in terms of how we treat others. So go ahead and demonstrate the sentience or go away because you don't really know what you're talking about.
Wait, you kind of just proved his point, though. Like, you just said that your phone can feel things. So if I shatter my phone on the ground, does that... No. Does that
Ty,
mean...
you're not. I never said my phone feels. I said my phone reacts to stimuli. That is not feeling. Do you know the difference between feeling and reacting? Stop trying to do a gotcha. Be honest, Ty. No, I never said phones are have feelings. You guys were not listening to what I told you. Nobody was listening to what I was saying. What grants you the ability to feel is having a certain type of cell in your body called a nociceptor. Certain types of nervous systems and brains give you sentience. That's feeling, right? My phone reacts to stimuli, but that's not feeling, right? There's no actual electrical signaling happening in my phone that would be processed in a brain or neural network, which would give it the sense of feeling. It doesn't happen in a phone, but it happens in humans and animals. Okay? So let's try this again.
You can do a quick little Google search, right? And
Yeah, unfortunately, Google searches aren't sources. So do you have a source that shows
you want to
plants
go
are
on Google
sentient, like
Scholar then?
animals?
You can go on Google Scholar if you like.
Yeah, so can you give the source that shows plants are sentient?
Yeah.
right here, the very first page. Are plants sentient?
Yeah, what's the title of the study and where is it published?
Here.
Okay, if you want to Google Scholar.
So, can you look up
Okay.
Google Scholar?
Here it is. Look, plant
What's
cell
the title of the study?
17.
Plant, cell, and environment. Are plants sentient? Feelings in humans are mental states representing groups of physiological functions that are usually defined by behavioral purposes. Feelings being involuntarily ancient. Probably 95% of plant biologists would reject any association but investigation of old literature combined with present understanding led to more agnostic position. The article is, where is it? Let's see.
You want me to say it?
Yeah.
Okay. So originally they believed that plants weren't sentient. 95% of them said they weren't. But after doing studies, because they were only concerned with electrical, bioelectrical, and all these different things, they determined that plants are, by those definitions,
Can
sentient.
you give the source then? Can you give the study showing that they're
it's the
sentient?
online library wiley.com DOI full 10.111 PCE 13065.
Okay, what's the title of the study?
Online library.
What is the
It
title
was
of the
published
study? What
in
does it...
Are Plants Sentient?
Okay, and what's the methodology in which they performed to verify that they're sentient?
I'm not sure, but I'm assuming it has something to do with the fact that they can measure electricity inside of both animals and plants.
Yeah,
They can show
my
a
phone also has electricity.
can-
in it,
And
right?
here's
My
my
phone...
thing, like the sentience by
I know there's biochemical signaling. I know that there's bioelectrical signaling in plants. That doesn't mean they're sentient, right? Here's a great study for you. It's called Debunking a Myth of Plant Consciousness. This is a study done in 2022 showing that step by step why you're wrong. The reason being is because plants have very weak electric signaling in their variation potentials. The signaling in these variation potentials are so weak and so infrequent that they could not remotely be relevant to what an animal feels in terms of pain. We also know that in plants, any kind of electric signaling is local. It is not regional. It does not happen throughout the entire body. It's too weak. The signals are too weak. Also, plants don't have neurons. Neurons are required to feel pain because they process those signals. Plants don't have that. So there is no way, there's no medium in which plants could, feel sentience at all. I'll give you one more chance to, redeem yourself here, but if you're talking, you have to unmute yourself.
Hello? Do you know what the world's largest living organism is? No, it's just a question. It's just a question.
Your mom.
Yeah, my mom. So you were bringing up the fact that, you're bringing up sentience, right? But what makes the difference between an animal and a human? The ability to be cognitive, no? Yes or no? Cognizance.
Yes. Plants don't have brains. They don't have nervous systems.
Okay, I am talking about I am talking about cognizance in plants and humans. That's the difference between a pig and your mom.
Okay, so where's the plant brain?
inside of its cells.
Our brain, by definition,
No. But answer my question. Do you not believe that we are different from animals because we have the ability to be cognitive, right?
Animals can be cognitive too.
So they can process their emotions right now. You can ask a dog right now and tell it to tell you its feelings.
Wait, you think you have to talk to somebody?
No, but I'm just saying.
No, Ty, do you think we have to talk to somebody?
If you ask an animal
Do you think if I slap the dog in the face, it doesn't feel because I can't talk to it? Are you serious, Ty? You think I can slap a dog in the face, kick it in the mouth, and it doesn't feel because it can't speak to you? Are you serious? We can understand their behaviors. We can look at these animals' behaviors and we see that they feel pain. We can see the electrical signaling in their brains, right? We can see them move. We can see them cry, whimper when we step on their feet, right? That's great evidence that they're sentient and are able to process this. Plants don't have that at all. I'll give you one more chance. I'm being extra nice today. One extra chance.
Okay, so let me ask you this. What is the difference between your mother and a pig?
And if you kill one, why is one wrong?
If you kill one, why is one wrong? If you had to save a pig or save your mother,
I
what
think
is
it's
what is the
wrong. Look,
difference?
I think it's wrong to harm or slaughter anybody who's innocent, who
No, but
doesn't have
answer
to.
my question.
I just did.
No, you didn't. No, you
They're
didn't.
both wrong.
No, you didn't. That's
Can I
not.
please, can I please answer?
You didn't answer.
Can I
So
please
you
answer?
value your mother just as much as a pig, is what you're saying.
Nope, I don't. No, I don't believe that.
No, then answer my question. Would you rather save your mom or a pig?
My mom.
Why?
Why?
Because
Doesn't the pig feel as just as much as your mom?
yes, but I value my mom more, right?
Why?
Well, just like I value me more than you, but I would never murder you, right? The same reason I would never murder a pig. See, it doesn't matter about how much I value somebody. What matters is, do you think
Well,
they
this
should have
whole thing is about
No,
value.
no, it's not.
You
It's
are
not about value.
valuing a
It's
pig's
not
life
about
over
value. No,
over a plant's life.
no. There's people. There are people in this world I don't value at all, but I don't think they should be murdered. Right? It's in the same reason why I don't think
Yeah,
animals
so
should be murdered.
you're okay with these people just dying, no? Because you don't care about them.
No, I'm not
You
okay
don't
with
care about
anybody.
them. By your own logic, you don't care about them, so you're okay with them dying, no?
Me not caring about them doesn't grant me the right to murder them. The same with the animals.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he doesn't value it. Then what?
Yeah.
What?
If you
I don't value them necessarily. There's not a trait about them I value. It's the rights they should have, right? It's the rights that animals and humans should have. That's what I value.
Why do you care then? Yeah.
Yeah, I will say that there is a sufficient amount of value I could have for a being, but but the degree of value is not a relevant thing. The degree of value between us and pigs is not relevant. As long as I sufficiently value them enough to warrant them rights, that's all what veganism means. Do you understand?
That's that. Okay. So at the end of the day, all I'm getting from this is that humans equal pigs equal dogs equal.
No, I never said they were equal. I said that what I'm saying is that there is sufficient value in animals that they should not be harmed.
I mean, by that logic, that's perfectly fine. Then I could say the same thing about plants.
Plants are not sentient.
Yes,
So I don't care about plants. They're not sentient.
How many? Like, yes, they are. They can not only feel, they can think.
Demonstrate that.
Okay, why do sunflowers point towards the sun?
Oh, so you're talking about reactory signaling in the plant. That's not feeling. Feeling is what we talked about before, higher processing in neural networks. That is something plants don't have. My phone can react to lighting, right? My phone can react to the sun too. Ever take out your phone in the sun, and what happens to the screen? It gets darker or brighter, right? So my phone reacts to the sun too.
That's the whole point.
Is my phone sentient?
Just because something can react does not mean it deserves life or rights.
Exactly. That's why I don't care about plants. But
Yes.
So then by that definition, you shouldn't care about animals.
No, because animals have higher cognitive abilities and consciousness. And animals are conscious.
Animals do not have consciousness. They cannot have deep feelings like love, or they cannot form a.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Animals are able to love. We can study their behavior.
There is no such thing as love in an animal kingdom. What?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
So the reason why, where do you think love comes from?
Morals. A lot of it comes from morals.
No. We're in animals. Guys, I know this is 2v1 and you guys are losing miserably, but just wait for me to speak.
You muted me like 5 times. Why should I wait for you to speak?
Where in animals? Where in the brain does love come from? Do you know?
No, and that's the whole thing. It comes from consciousness. Consciousness is something that we cannot show.
Where in the brain is it? Where in the brain is that?
Like, no, the whole thing is scientists can't tell you where love comes from. But
we can. It's called the amygdala. It's called the amygdala.
The fact that we're on
guys, please
arguing right now
shows that it's called the amygdala, where dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, these chemicals go into the brain. They are secreted by the brain, and it gives you the sense of love and these feelings. Animals, guess what? They have the same shit. Animals have amygdalas, especially dogs and pigs and cows. Cows cry for their babies as they're stolen from them by farmers. Cows can cry and get depressed and anxiety. This is consciousness. This is higher level consciousness that should be valued just as we value it in humans. And I am a vegan is because there is sufficient value in these animals that warrants them the right to be alive and not be harmed, right? That's all. It's not that hard, guys. Really not that hard. So I keep giving you good chances. This is like Super Mario Brothers. You keep getting the mushrooms.
Can you do me a favor and prove that in a pig, that a pig can experience serotonin and that it can express love and it can feel depressed when something dies, when something close to them dies? Can you please prove that to me right now?
You can.
Sure, there's lots of studies on pig sentience and pig consciousness.
There's also lots of
but there's also lots of studies about plant sentience. So what is the difference in that? Why is what you
There
say?
is no studies on plant sentience that demonstrated the plants are sentient.
You can go.
You can go on Google, dude.
No, okay.
That's not a source, though, right?
One of them. I just pulled up.
We just pulled up one of them and read it to you.
But that doesn't mean it's true.
Show him 10 cents. Do you want me to bring him 10 sources?
You giving a source doesn't mean, oh, I have a source that says it, right? A source means
Exactly. So what you're saying, you're asking for one.
Like
I'm asking for the methodology. You guys can't provide it.
What is your burden of proof?
No, how much evidence do you need?
Oh my gosh. You guys are screaming. You guys are just what do you burden of proof? Relax. A source contains the methodology. And what that means is, what is the method? What is the experiment that was done in the study that verifies the conclusion is true? And that is what you guys have failed to do. That's why you keep citing sources, but they don't do anything for you, right? Whereas we actually have psychological studies and behavioral studies on pigs, for example, showing that they are intelligent. If you want me to, I can go through all these studies if you want. But here's one on PubMed. Pigs are okay. Why change? Animal welfare accounts for pig farmers, right? This goes through 44 different pig farmers, showing them, the different behaviors that they have seen and witnessed. It goes on and on. But the point is that animals we know for sure are sentient. We don't know if plants are sentient at all. And even if plants were sentient, vegans kill less plants. So it's still better to go vegan, even if plants were sentient. All right, let's get the next victim here because those guys were just utterly insane.
Hello?
How old are you?
24.
Okay. And what justifies, what's your argument for us today? Which one?
We can go vegan because you just kind of, you didn't really destroy them, but they weren't making too much sense.
I wasn't making sense?
No, they weren't.
Okay. So go ahead and what's your argument?
Yeah, like what is so, well, if you ask me what my argument is, I don't think it's immoral or wrong to eat animals. So do you put humans and animals on the same level because of consciousness?
No.
But you're wrong for eating an animal, is what you're saying.
Look, do you think it's okay for me to eat a person?
No, because you're a human.
But we're animals, right? The first thing you told me was, oh, I think it's
We're also
okay to
humans.
eat animals, but we're animals.
We're also humans.
Yeah, so what about being human means we shouldn't eat people, but we can eat a pig? What's the difference?
Because you're a human yourself.
That's the only difference? So I could go up to a dog and torture it because it's not a human?
It wouldn't be as morally wrong. Oh shit. You okay? My bad. It wouldn't be as morally wrong as torturing a human though.
Okay, is it wrong to torture a dog?
It's wrong. It's wrong to torture anything. Why would you torture anything?
Oh, is it okay for me to farm dogs, and have a dog farm where I shove them in gas chambers? Is that okay for you?
If they serve a purpose, yeah, not the gas chamber thing. I don't know why you just added a gas chamber.
Oh, I know. Oh, it's because millions of pigs per year are gassed in gas chambers, and so that's how we suffocate them.
Are
Did
they
you know
gas
that?
for a reason?
Oh, so you think if there's a reason, it's okay? If there's any reason, so if
Yeah.
so, I can go up to a dog and torture it and kick it in the head because I like the way it sounds when I kick it in the head.
If there was a reason, no, the reasoning you applied was, oh, I like to, because I like how I kick it. No, if it was attacking a child or something,
Okay,
then that would
great.
be
So then,
justified
what's the reason why you get to eat pigs?
because they're nutritious and we need nutrition to
So are
survive as
dogs. So are
humans.
people. So are people nutritious.
But you're a human, sir. Why would you want to eat a human?
Okay, great. So now you keep going back to the human thing, right? So are you saying that the only reason, the only difference is our genetics?
Did I say that? I know what you're trying to do, but
This is what you seem to be saying, right?
it's a different animal. It's a different species.
Okay, so you're telling me if there is a certain person in the world that was a different species than you, but was still a human.
That's not a thing. Let's talk about real life
Yes, it
here.
is a thing. Do you understand that there
There
are
are humans that are different species than humans. Listen
Yeah.
to what you're saying.
Homo neanderthals? That's a human species. They're not
And
us.
they're here right now.
Okay, they're not
Are
here
they
today.
here right
But
now?
if they were here today, you would go ahead and kill them?
We're not talking about ifs.
How? Oh, whatever your name is. If there was another human species on our planet who looked just like me and acted just like me, would you kill them because they're a different species?
That is a contradiction, Mr. Mike. A
No,
human
no,
that's
that's
a
a
different
contradiction.
species.
This
We're
is your
humans.
contradiction. This is your contradiction.
We're humans. How is there a human that's a different species?
You're not tracking. You're saying what justifies me killing and torturing a dog is because we are human and they're a dog. We're a different species.
Right.
So if there is a person who is a different species from me on
That's
this
a
planet,
contradiction, sir.
where's
There
the
aren't
contradiction?
people that are different species than people. They're people.
Okay. Let me teach you some evolutionary biology. Homo neanderthals were a different human species. They were
Are
a
they here?
subspecies.
Are they here right now? Are
Okay.
Neanderthals here?
Okay. So then, do you agree that there are different human species?
There were.
Okay.
Past tense.
So you agree with that the concept of a different human species is logical, right?
For sure.
Okay, great. So let's entertain a hypothetical here.
Why
Right?
do that though?
Imagine-
Why entertain a hypothetical when that's not real life?
Because hypotheticals are important to demonstrating how your logic is flawed.
Not when they don't adhere to real life.
It doesn't have to apply to our world. It can apply to any world.
Why not if that's the only world we live in? We don't live in any other
doesn't
world. Why would
matter.
we talk about a
Look,
different
look,
world?
we invoke hypotheticals all the time for different things, right? It's always here to test your logic, right?
And they always adhere to reality.
For example, if there was a person in your house that was if there was a random stranger on the street, would you slaughter them? Would you kill them? No, right?
If there was reasoning to,
That's a hypothetical.
possibly.
That's a hypothetical, right?
But
So
that applies to
hypotheticals do not exist.
reality. That applies to reality.
Okay. If there was a four-legged person on the street, would you slaughter
That
them?
doesn't apply to reality. There aren't four-legged
It
people.
doesn't apply to reality. It applies to logic, right? It's logically consistent.
It's logically consistent if four-legged people don't exist. How is that logically consistent?
See, this is the problem with teaching people like this. Hypotheticals are meant to show flaws in your own logic. They're completely consistent logically. That's why we use them in hypotheticals, right? We don't have. It doesn't have to apply to this world.
So a four-legged person is logical when when one has never existed.
Yes, it's logical. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Logic 101. It's so hard. So you understand that it's a lot with that. Why we can use the hypotheticals now? Why they're useful?
No, but go ahead. I'll entertain.
Okay, if there is a different species of humans in the planet, would you kill them because they're a different species?
No.
Okay, so then there you go. You just contradicted yourself because you just said, "Oh, if they're a different species, we got to torture them." But then I just showed you a different species that you would not torture.
Mike, just admit that you would engage in bestiality. You definitely would engage in bestiality.
Wow.
If
This
you
is what
fell in love, if you
this is
fell in
what
love with a dog,
this is what you've
would you have
resorted to.
intercourse with
This is
it?
what you've resorted to. This is
If you fell
pathetic.
in love with a dog, would you
This
have
is
intercourse with it?
absolutely pathetic,
You have a
sir.
fem.
You got fucking demolished, and that's why you're doing that garbage. It's absurd.
Yo, hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good, but I have an argument with you saying like going vegan is good, and yeah. So like basically, um, vegan is just bad. It's because like mostly plant-based and stuff that doesn't come from animals. It's mostly bad. It's because you don't get that good stuff you like get from meat and other stuff. So that's what I'm basically trying to
Okay, can
argue.
you provide? So you're saying that there's certain nutrients you can't get from plants that you can only get from meat?
Yes.
Oh, which ones? Go ahead, explain to us.
So basically, you can't get like some carbohydrates and like other stuff from plants because like it's all right, bro.
No, it's hilarious, sir, but that's actually meat. It doesn't have carbohydrates. It's only plants that have carbohydrates. That's hilarious that you said that.
All right, yeah.
Okay,
Hmm.
you done? Hello?
Evolution is a fallacy. God made us in his image. Evolution is false.
Okay, so where's the fallacy in evolution?
The fallacy in evolution is that you think we came from monkeys, and we did
No,
not come from monkeys.
that's not evolution. Can you describe to us real quick what's evolution?
Evolution that we came from organisms, from cells, and we evolved into what we are now.
Yeah, so what's the process of evolution? How does that occur?
Through time, through whatever your environment, the niche of your
Yeah.
whatever your
So what
environmental
exactly?
is.
So can you elaborate more on what evolution is in particular when it refers to biology?
I mean, that's what it is. Just the evolution, the process of.
Yeah, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Okay, great. So you don't know what evolution is. You cannot debate this. Evolution
Okay.
does not mean we come from monkeys. It doesn't mean we're just organisms. What it means is we share common descent with all other animals on the planet, and we can trace this back through our DNA. We also have fossil records that show and verify evolution. Evolution is a fact of reality. We can see it happening in real time with bacteria. So yeah,
So
no, you're fucking
answer
wrong.
so answer me this: where is the trans species of the fossils of the whales or the land mammal that evolved into the whale? How come there's no bones showing us that? They should have been alive
We
for.
do have their bones, sir. We have Pachycetus. We have all the different dolphins and whale-like animals that existed intermediate between the modern day whale and the Pachycetus.
So through thousands and thousands of years, we became human. That's the logical, scientific explanation.
More like millions of years of small genetic changes that carry on to different species. Yes. What is your
So
point?
we did come from monkeys then, according to you.
No,
Or
we don't come from monkeys. We share common
Neanderthals.
ancestry.
What?
Do you know what common descent means?
Explain.
So you don't know what it means, right?
No, I don't.
Okay. Common descent means if you go back far enough in the genetic records, we find that we share similar ancestors. We share a similar common ancestor that gave rise to us, that split and branched out in different species through time. That's common descent. And we can verify this through homologous structures in our fossils. Do you know what a homologous structure is?
No, explain it.
I know you don't know what it is, but let me go ahead and educate you. Okay, this way, next time you don't come up here and say evolution's a fallacy. Homologous structures refer to certain structures in bones and fossil remains that are very similar in structure in different types of species, right? So, for example, in birds, in cats, in humans, we see similar structures in our arm bones, right? There's certain bone structures that we all share in common, and you can trace those back to a common ancestor. All right, let's get the next victim here. Hey, how are you?
Yo, what's up, man? How you doing?
Good.
So I think the vegan part is the one I want to talk about. So I've only seen people talk about, oh, you shouldn't eat people because we're also people. What is your other standpoint for why you shouldn't eat animals other than like them being sentient?
Why else should we care about animals?
I mean,
They have experiences. That's enough reason to not harm them.
they're kind of tasty though.
Okay, so you think we get to slaughter somebody who tastes good?
You actually gonna eat them?
Yeah, so you think that if there's a person out there who tastes good to me, I get to eat them and kill them?
I mean, let me join in.
Yeah, so yeah, we think you get to murder people?
Yeah. I
Yeah?
mean, if you want to eat them,
Okay. Nobody would accept that as good morality. Oh yeah, let's murder people because they taste good. That's insanity. Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you? I have a couple of things that I agree on. Plants are not sentient. They do bend towards light because they're trying to live and stuff. But I believe that killing without purpose is cruel. Killing with purpose is essential. Kind of like how a lion eats a gazelle, you know? It's built into its biology. It needs that to live.
Right,
Kind
but
of like,
we don't need to eat meat at all to live, right?
what are we classified biologically as?
It doesn't matter what we're classified as. We don't have to consume meat.
That's just an opinion. The classification fact is that we're
Okay,
omnivores.
so it's just an opinion. So then go ahead and demonstrate to me that we must eat meat.
Demonstrate to me that we don't have to eat meat.
Sure. The position of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics is that vegan diets that are suitable for all stages of life if they're well adequate and planned.
Yeah, if they're well adequate, but there are some people like the guy that was on before that needed that meat to be able to survive. He could not get that vitamin out of other plants. We're classified.
Which vitamin was that, Eli?
I think that you're pivoting because you don't know the answer. You know that I don't know the answer to that vitamin. So what I'm saying is that okay,
you don't get to sit there and claim that there are vitamins I can't get as a vegan and go, well, I don't know which one it was. That's dishonesty.
Man, you're a full of ad hominem. Let me see. So biologically, we are classified as omnivores. We
I don't
are
care if we're classified as
biologically built.
omnivores, carnivores, poopivores, your mamavores. I don't care what we are. We don't have to consume meat, period. I can get everything I need by consuming plant-based foods.
An argument full of insult is baseless.
An argument full of jack shit and no substance is also baseless. I'm giving you substance. You're not.
I'm giving you biological facts
that are irrelevant to the topic at hand, because no matter what we're classified as by some biologist, it doesn't mean that we must consume animal products.
Okay, so you're a goddamn joke, you know that?
Where's your argument now?
My argument's still in biology, man. It's going to stay there. There are animals that only eat plants, animals that only eat animals.
What justifies slaughtering and torturing innocent dogs?
Torturing innocent dogs. What? So you choose an animal that's domesticated, which is commonly eaten in another country, to prove your point.
Yeah, so
I go back to...
Can you answer a question? You think it's okay to slaughter a dog and eat it, right?
If it's needed, yes.
Okay. What if it's not needed? Can I go ahead and eat a dog?
If it's not needed, then there's no justification behind it, which
Okay.
solidifies my argument that
Great.
killing
So
without
then you agree.
justification is wrong.
Okay, great. So then you agree if you don't have to eat an animal, you shouldn't, right?
If you do not have to eat an animal, you shouldn't. But
Okay,
there
great.
are,
So then
just
show
like
me
you and me,
then Eli, then show me that you need to eat a pig.
there is no way to show that I need to eat a pig.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I
So
under.
you don't need
No,
to eat a
just
pig. So you don't need to eat a pig. Okay. So why do you eat them? Why do you torture them?
I don't torture them actually. They're put to sleep. I've worked in animal slaughtering before. They're put to sleep by carbon monoxide, so that when they're killed, they do not feel anything.
Yeah, and did you know that the more and more pigs we put in these gas chambers, which is what they are, they're gas chambers. Do you understand that it becomes more diminished the potency of this CO2 gassing, such that a lot of these animals are still conscious and aware after the stunning. So they feel, a lot of them, 15% according to the USDA, feel the pain while they're being slaughtered. It is not a nice scenario for these poor animals, right? So
And when those animals are still awake, they are further stunned so that they are knocked out before
not all the
slaughtering.
time. That doesn't happen all the time. This is the problem, right? You're contributing to a system that entails a lot of abuse and cruelty that is not needed. So why do you do that?
I do that because, other animals kill. We're animals, right? You said that.
Right,
We're animals. Other animals kill.
right.
We just do it in a manner that's not, not in your brain something that's good. We do it in a more complicated manner.
What's a good way to kill somebody that does not have to die?
A good way to kill someone that does not have to die is not to, but killing with a purpose is not cruelty.
Okay, that's the point of contention. What is a good purpose? What is a good reason for killing animals that don't have to be killed?
To feed people.
Okay, but we can feed people on plants.
How long will those plants survive?
What? Why is that relevant? Plants are not sentient. It doesn't matter about how long the plants are alive. We don't have to kill and harm animals. Why do you do that?
So you say that if a herd of cows goes across a field and strips it to the dirt, then the plant has survived.
I don't understand your question, sir. Why do you care about grass? I don't care about grass.
Oh, I
care
thought that's
about
what you
cow.
ate. You're vegan, right?
Yeah, what do you think veganism means?
It means that you're grass fed and you'll be extra tasty when you die.
Wow. This is what comes out of your brain, Mr. Elon?
Yeah, it is actually.
This is utter insanity.
Well, that happens.
That's the best you can do? Make some violent thing? Oh, you're gonna die. You're gonna be tasty when you die. That's the best you got? Are you
I'm
serious?
just throwing energy back, But
Sir,
I'll leave you
you're
with
the
this.
one stuffing animals in gas chambers. We have the right and justification for being angry at people like that who harm animals and abuse them. Why?
Oh, I didn't
guarantee
know that I
you-
stuffed an animal in a gas chamber.
I guarantee you, if I was up here holding a dog in my hand, stuffing it with a knife, Eli would be mad at me. He'd be going, Mike, don't do that. There's no purpose. Right? Yet he gets to do the same thing to a pig. Why? What justifies killing a pig when you don't have to? That's the question here that you can't answer. So I'll give you one more chance, Mr. Eli. I'll give you one more chance to, redeem yourself here.
So I'm going back to my original point. Killing with justification is not murder.
What justifies killing pigs? What's the treat?
To feed people.
But we can feed people without killing animals. Do you agree?
Really I don't, because we're biologically built as omnivores, which means we eat both plants and animals, and it's an option of a sentient being not to eat anything else.
So what you're saying is we have to consume meat, correct?
What I'm saying is that you're pushing your option, your opinion, to not eat meat on other people.
Eli, do we have to consume meat as people?
Actually, yeah, we do.
Okay, why? Why must we consume meat? Can you give the reason?
Because it makes us healthier.
Can you demonstrate that we have to eat meat to be healthy when we can be healthy as a vegan? The source I just provided to you.
What is your source? Can you cite it?
Yes, it's called the Position of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. This is a consensus amongst nutritionists and doctors around the world who say that vegan diets that are well planned are suitable for all stages of human life.
Excuse me, I was drinking coffee. So I still stand on my opinion. Honestly, this is an opinions match,
That's
not a
not how you
fact
debate
match.
somebody. Like, stating your opinion is cute, but that's not an argument, right? So, do you have an argument that justifies killing and starving and abusing pigs, or no?
You know, you use these words that try and make it seem harder than what it is, and it's really it's
Oh, okay.
false.
Okay, so do you think if I treated a person like we treat the pigs, would that be harmful to the person?
You and me both know that we have treated people like that, and it was not good.
Eli, if I put a person in a gas chamber like we do to the pigs, would that be abuse?
So I can't believe you have to ask that question. You know,
Yes or no,
you're
Eli?
trying
Yes or
to
no,
you're trying to
Eli?
point back to the
Yes or no,
Holocaust.
Eli?
You're trying to point back to the Holocaust, and you know that everyone was a. Oh, so history is crazy.
Yes or no,
Okay.
Eli? Is it abuse if we did that to a person? Yes or no?
We do it when they kill someone else. I mean, that's the
Eli, you're
truth.
deflecting. Would it
No,
be
I'm not
abuse?
deflecting. I'm answering your question.
All right, I'll give you one more
It
chance.
is not abuse.
I'll give you one more answer to question, one more time to answer. If I put a person in a gas chamber, as we do to the pigs, would that be abuse?
It is not abuse because it has purpose.
If I put a child in a gas chamber, like we do to pigs, that would not be abuse to you?
No, if it has purpose.
Oh my God. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. That was over. I'm sorry. I couldn't believe what I just heard. Right? I can't even believe that. I really can't.
Yeah, hello.
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 18. But I want to talk about
What year were you born?
what?
What year were you born?
I was born 2005.
Okay, and what's your argument today?
So my argument is that I just want to ask you, what do you hope to achieve in this like conquest of atheism? Do you just want a world that's just like the Czech Republic, where we have like some of the most unhappiest people in the world and hedonism 24/7? And also, you can, because you can pick apart any religion and you can be soy and you could like pick anything apart. But at the end of the day, can you like imagine some societies without religion? Can you imagine like Rome or Greece without
Yeah.
paganism? Can you imagine the Indo-Europeans without their sky gods?
I can imagine a world where we don't have these religions, yet people are still happy, right? If you need religion to be happy,
But religion has
if you need a fairy tale to make you happy, is that true happiness? Is it true happiness to sit there and read a book and go, this makes me happy because God made me? That isn't true happiness to me. That's a delusion to me. So, although your point is irrelevant, and I should not be answering this, I think there is a lot more potential for happiness when it comes to leaving religion versus being in religion, because religion blinds you. It gets you stuck to a particular ideology that you can't get out of. You're stuck in it. It's like you're a prisoner, right? Whereas in my view, yes, there's a harshness of reality that I have to face as a person. We only get one life. Oh no, that's terrible. But there's also another side to atheism or secularism that gives us a lot of hope and optimism that you cannot get from religion, right? So there's a whole new aspect of leaving religion that many religious people don't see, like yourself. So while I understand where you're coming from, I think you're vastly underestimating how much potential there is for a non-religious world. Now, besides that, what I care about most is people, not if they're religious or not, but what I care about is if they can think critically. I don't care what you believe. I care why you believe it. Right? I want to know the reasons, the justifications for your belief. That's what I care about. I don't care about what you believe. I care why. So that's why I do these debates. I don't do these debates because I want you to become an atheist. I couldn't care less if you're an atheist or not. What I care about is can you think critically? Yeah. So go ahead and give an argument.
Yes, not what I was really saying at all. I'm telling you that religion has shaped the aesthetics of so many different nations and so many different cultures.
I agree.
And I'm asking you.
I agree. That's irrelevant.
Yeah. That isn't irrelevant, though.
Religion
That isn't irrelevant because
religion has its uses, but that doesn't mean that we must be religious today to have those same uses.
Do you want a society like the Czech Republic where people are basically moralists and have hedonistic morals and live in a
I don't know if it follows that. I don't know if it follows that if you are an atheist, you must be like the Czech Republicans.
But that's what it usually is, though. Most atheists are
What?
like pro-porn. Yes, that's a fact. Okay, that's true.
No,
Yes,
it's not a fact.
yes,
So
most atheists.
Okay, so can you show me the empirics that say if you're an atheist, you're going to be like the Czechs?
Nobody's saying that. I didn't say that.
Okay, great. So then you just literally said you would be like the Czechs if you were an
I
atheist.
didn't say that. I'm asking you.
Okay, great.
Because
Then
most atheists believe in very hedonistic morals.
what's wrong with that?
What are you, a cuck? Do you just want like women to like get go on like the Bang Bros every day? You just want to watch your like you
What's
just want to
wrong?
watch your you just want to like watch your race and your nation just get fucked by a bunch of white guys? Do you want that? Is that
Dude, are you crazy?
No, I'm not
Are you
crazy
fucking-
because
You sound like Alex Jones on crack. Dude, pornography is something that many countries have and is legal. Yes, there are bads about it. But okay, congratulations. There's bads to fucking religion. Most pastors are fucking creeps. Known P3dios, right? What do you say about that? Okay, a lot of abuse happens in churches that you don't understand, that doesn't get talked about. So stop pretending that you're the best here because, oh, I have a book of fables that says 2,000 years ago this man died on a stick for me, right? That's absurd. Let's look at the facts. Atheism has no bearing on who you are as a person. Okay? It's has no relevance. You can be atheist and be a better person than a Christian. You can be a Christian and be a better person than an atheist. It doesn't matter. What matters is what reason do you have for believing in your God? Do you have that for us today?
First of all, I want to address a lot of things. First of all, I'm not a Christian, by the way. I don't believe in Abrahamic religions.
Okay,
Second,
great. So what do you believe in God?
I believe that, well, I'm agnostic, but I believe that people can gain a certain spirituality from their beliefs, and I think that and just don't mute me instantly, like you're being like soy.
Oh, wait, I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
I'm saying, why are you just muting me instantly?
Why? What? Say it again. I couldn't hear you. Okay, have a good day. Hi, how are you?
Hey, I've never done this before, but what I want to ask you, I guess my argument is, what are your real views on veganism? Like, I'm an atheist, I'm all that. That's fine. I can't get past the veganism, and I can't get past someone being an atheist and also vegan.
Why? Why do you think it's okay to harm an animal?
Well, I think it's more the issue of whether or not you really believe in freedom or not. Like, do you believe everyone should make their own choice, but you're saying, no, everyone should go vegan. Not everyone should do what they choose.
Do you think everybody should be a nice person?
Okay, so here's another issue then.
No. Do you think everybody should be a nice person?
I would like everyone to be, but now you're gonna bring it into being
just like
vegan
I
and
would
being
like,
nice.
just like I would like everyone to be vegan, right? It's not too big of a task to just simply not harm animals. It's very easy. I did it in one day.
Okay,
Right?
okay, so that's another thing. So veganism is not the same as vegetarian, and all that's been focused on here so far is vegetarianism. What are your views on veganism and how it's not actually possible? So, for instance, you cannot feed your pet a vegan diet, correct?
So you can. Well, cats and dogs can absolutely be vegan.
So, despite what all the veterinary professors say to me personally, you're arguing against that. You're arguing.
I'm not arguing against anything when it comes to pets eating vegan products. They can be vegan. You can feed your cat vegan products. There are studies that came out
Then
recently
I
that
don't
show
think
that
that
they're
I
healthier.
don't think there's a conversation here because that's just not true. That's not true. You cannot feed a cat a vegan diet.
Okay, then have a great study on this that shows you're wrong.
So you have one study.
No, we have multiple studies on that we've given cats vegan foods and they've been healthier for it. So
Okay,
there's nothing
explain it.
wrong with.
Is it JSTOR? Is it like legit?
Yeah, it's a legit study.
Okay, what's the website?
It's not a website; it's a study.
Okay, what's the
But
study?
the study is called.
But the website matters too.
No, that doesn't matter. Right? What matters is the study. It's from the PLOS One journal. It's called Vegan versus Meat-Based Cat Food. They studied about 1,400 cats and found that cats that are on a vegan diet had about a 30% reduction in various diseases.
Okay, what about the harmful side effects of that? You can have reduction in certain diseases.
There are no harmful side effects.
Okay, I mean, this is just absurd because I can pull up the same thing for my side. So.
Oh, okay. So go ahead and show me a study where cats were fed vegan diets but were harmed for it.
All right, let's see. Don't have my computer on. I don't have anything ready, but let's see. I think besides the point is that, so, okay, let's take it back while I search for this. One of my friends, an adamant vegan, was having serious health issues, and she was told, you have to become a pescatarian and add eggs back into your diet. She was told by a doctor, she fought it, and it didn't work. So what are your thoughts on that? If people are told that they should have...
Doctors, first of all, veganism is not a diet. You can still be a vegan, and if for some medical reason you have to eat eggs, that's okay to me. Right?
Okay, so that's completely different than what you're putting up there.
Hold on. There are no medical issues I'm aware of that require you to eat animal products. So what I would suggest is talk to an expert, like a plant-based nutritionist, who could offer you advice on how to feed yourself as a vegan. That's what I would suggest. Now, again, show me the study where cats that were fed vegan diets were harmed for it. Can you show that?
Well, I Googled it on Safari where I was in terminal mode, so I'm still looking. I haven't even typed it in. But I think the issue with your arguments, though, right now is that you're really focusing on certain words that people say. Oh, you're doing that, huh? Okay. I'll leave. I'll leave because this is a real argument. I mean, I wish I could screenshot you. Can cats be vegan? Let's see what JSTOR has to say. That's adorable. Oh, so you went to The Guardian. That's a great resource. Yeah, so that was your source, right? The Guardian.
It's not a Guardian. It's a actual study by Plus One.
Okay, so but you got it off the Guardian website, which is a really
there's multiple websites that have
very scholarly for sure. Okay.
Do you know
so how about University of Technology in Sydney, Australia?
You know the difference?
Let's try that one.
Lily, do you know the difference between a study and a website?
I know that the Guardian can say it's all about the interpretation of it. Did you read the study itself? Did you read the actual study and the conclusions? Because the conclusions of the study can mean something completely different than the body of the study.
You're right. The study showed that vegans that were fed cats that were fed a vegan diet saw a near 30% reduction in various disease.
Okay.
Okay.
So that was one study.
Yeah. You want more?
Yeah, I do.
Sure. The impact of vegan diets on health indicators, on indicators of health in dogs and cats, a systemic review. This study also shows that dogs and cats that were fed vegan diets were actually shown to be way healthier on average, about 10 to 20% healthier than their counterpart meat eaters. Dogs,
Healthier in what
less
aspect? Healthier in weight? Like weight adds, like you do generally lose weight with a vegan diet, but weight also really affects what your health outcomes are.
Yeah, so they studied various aspects of their health. They had a clinical examination, the body weight, blood
You know what?
biochemistry,
You know what? I have to say, I'm wrong.
potassium levels.
I've been looking at the studies and I'm wrong. There is ways to do vegan diets for cats. Yeah.
Wow, thank you for being honest. Really appreciate that.
No, it's fair. I was wrong. I'll let you move on to the next one.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, appreciate your honesty. That's a big W for you. Hello.
Oh wow. Dang, I've been wanting to talk to you for a long time. I'm a big fan and I love what you preach, man. I love it.
Yeah, I don't think I preach anything, but yeah,
No, yeah, I'm just talking about like just what you talk about in general. But so atheist, does that mean like just completely like not believing in God? Like any kind of God, you know, like any kind of greater power?
Yeah, I don't believe in a God. So do you have evidence for one?
No, I'm just trying to see if you have like any kind of like percentage to say how much you believe in, you know, a greater power that actually made this, or you just believe like nothing created something.
I don't know what a greater power is. You mean like a hot air balloon? Like
Well,
a
no, just any kind of like, I don't know, we could be in a globe, you know, who knows what's actually going on. So I'm trying to see if like there's a percentage of what you like. Do you think this was made by any, like, that's what I'm trying to say by greater
I
power?
don't know. I don't know. All we know is that we have a world, and we have to figure out what the answer is with little hints and signs and pieces of data. We don't have the full picture. So, do you have evidence for God or no? Before I kick you.
No, I'll be kicked.
Okay, thank you. This could be a globe, guys. This could be a globe. You never know. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, I can help you.
Yes, so you said God is imaginary, but there's no evidence. You'll never be able to prove that God's actually real.
Well, that's not my problem. That's your problem, right? That's your problem that you can't falsify God.
Yeah, but it would take a lot. Like, somebody can't give you evidence online. You know how long that would take?
Yeah, so evidence is just typically sometimes there are logical arguments for God. That would be evidence for me, as well as the fact that there are observational data that we can have for God that you don't have to like show me on TikTok. You can just tell it to me. And
What about like there's people that think just because I feel like you're a type of person that you know a little bit more than the usual, and I feel like since you know a little bit more than the regular people, I feel like you think you know everything when you don't.
Hello?
Yep.
You have an echo.
Can you hear me?
Yes. How can we help you?
Yeah, why should we go vegan? Why should we go vegan?
Why should we go vegan? I don't know. Why are you not vegan? Why do you like harming and abusing animals?
It tastes good.
It tastes good. Okay.
Yeah.
So you think if I think a dog tasted good, I can go ahead and chop up a dog and eat it?
Yeah.
Oh, really? So random dog in the street, go ahead and eat it up. That's okay to you?
Not a random dog. You gotta pay for it.
Not a random dog. I got to pay for it, but that's paying for a random dog.
Not a random dog on the street, right? Not like a stray dog.
Oh, so which dogs can we eat?
I don't think it's legal in the United States, but go somewhere where it's
Oh,
legal.
I'm talking about morally speaking, right?
Oh,
What dogs can we morally justify eating?
yes, you can hit a dog if you want.
Oh, so you think I can just go ahead to a dog and eat it no matter who they are? Okay. How about a person? Would it be okay for me to go up to a person and eat them if I think they're tasty?
No. The fuck?
Oh, but they're tasty, right? I like the way they taste.
Yes, but it's a person. It's another person, right?
But I like the way they taste, though. So doesn't taste justify killing someone?
Yes, but
yourself?
you know, as human, we live as a society, right? We have rules.
Okay.
Yeah. So the same way, for example, if you see someone kill another person, you're gonna report it to the police, right? Or if you
Right,
see a
but
lot
why
of
is it morally like? Do you know the difference between legality and morality?
morals are made up.
I know. So are laws, right? So, but what's the difference between legality and morality? You know, there's a difference, right?
Yes, legality is about the law. Yeah.
Great. So, what morally justifies killing dogs?
I just told you there is us human are the same species. If you start killing each other, we're not gonna survive, right? But if you start killing other animals, we're still gonna survive.
Okay, so all you care about is our species, and that justifies torturing and abusing and eating dogs, right?
No, I didn't say torture.
Oh, so now it's wrong to torture a dog, but okay to kill it.
Yes.
Why is it okay to torture? Why is it okay to kill a dog, but wrong to torture it?
Because I don't wanna cause it to have pain, right? But it's okay to just eat it. And
You don't want to cause it pain, but you want to take away its life? That doesn't make any sense to me.
what's wrong with that?
Because I see torturing and killing somebody as equally wrong.
Yes, but there's no pain, right? There's nothing happening. There's no pain when you just kill something.
Okay, so you think it'd be okay for me to go up to a person and kill them?
I just told you, we as humans have society, right? We cannot just kill each other, or we're not evolved.
I know we live in society, but I'm talking about morals, right? I'm talking about your ethical framework.
Yes,
Why
morals
is it ethically wrong to kill somebody?
my morals are made up based on if the action is beneficial for us human or not, right? So I just told you that action is not beneficial for us, so it's not morally okay.
It's beneficial for us. How about if we bred a bunch of people in existence for the purpose of food, just like we do for dogs?
They are
and just like we do
human.
for
They are human. If you start treating other human differently, then it's not
Oh,
moral.
okay, great. So the only difference to you is our genetics, right?
Our species, yes. Our
Our
species.
species.
Yes.
Species. That's the only reason why you get to torture a dog, right? Our species.
Do you have any argument against it, or are you just gonna say?
Well, I'm asking you, is it species? Because what if there's a person in the world that was a different species as you? Would you kill that person?
What do you mean by a person who's a different species as me? Like a dog?
No, a human being, but a different species. Would you kill that person who is a different species?
What do you mean by a human being by a different species? Aren't we all Homo sapiens?
Yeah, you know that there are different human species out there, right?
No, they don't exist anymore.
But they did exist, right? It's possible for them to exist, right?
Yeah, I think if these people existed, we would have probably qualified us, all of us, as like human, the same way we.
But they're different species, so it's not species that you care about, right?
No,
It's,
yes,
it
it's.
is.
When I say species, I don't just mean like human species. I mean the people that we care about and qualify as equal. For example.
I know, but look, why do you care about those other humans when they're different species? What about them do you care about that the animals don't have?
Because if they are smart enough and we live in society with us, with us Homo sapiens, right? Then they'll be useful to us. We
Okay,
have no
so
reason.
they have to be smart and they have to live in society, and then you don't get to kill them. So if there's a person who is not smart and lives outside of society, you get to slaughter them?
I just told you we're not going to kill another person, another person, right?
You're being contradictory, sir. You're being very contradictory. Because you just said that if it was a different human species, you would still not kill them.
No, that would depend on how we look at them, right? If we accept them as like, equals in some sense, then yes, it would be
Oh my
wrong.
gosh, you're not following. You're not tracking. This is so fucking frustrating when I do this to people. You're not understanding what I'm telling you. Is it species or not species that justifies killing a dog? What is it? Is it species or not?
Okay, let's say it's species, yes.
Okay, so if there's another species of humans, you would kill those humans, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if there is a person who is Asian and they were a different
Is that another species?
if we found out
That's
tomorrow,
a different race. That's another different.
Jordan, if we found out tomorrow that Asian people were a different species, you would think it's okay to slaughter those Asian people, right?
No, you're making now because we already value them as human. Now you're telling me
No,
to
they're
look at them.
they're different species.
Yes.
They're
No.
different species. They're different species.
You're seeing another race as another species. That's weird.
No, Jordan, you
Yes.
didn't fucking understand what let me do this again. Let me do this again with you. This is a hypothetical world where we found out that there are some people on this planet that are a different species. It's possible for that to happen logically, right? So under your logic, it would be the case that if you found out that somebody on this planet was not a Homo sapien, you would slaughter that person. Right? This is where your logic leads to. This is where your ethical framework leads to. Right? This is insane to me. To me, I'm not a speciesist. I don't care what species you are, right? I care about sentience. So why are you being so contradictory here? Why are you saying that you get to kill somebody? Well, then all of a sudden, when I say, "Oh, they're different species," you're like, "No, you can't kill them. Because they're still human, but they're a different species." So please be consistent next time, right? Just try again with you.
Now, let me say this: if there is another species that can live in society with us human, and contributes to us evolving, then yes, we will treat them as equal, and we will not eat them, right?
Okay, so you're saying they have to. So you're saying they have to be in our society.
Yes, they have to contribute to the society, and we have to treat them as equal.
Okay, so they have to contribute to society to be, and then they're okay. But so if they don't contribute to our society, you get to kill them.
No, I'm generalizing for a species. I'm not saying individuals. I'm generalizing a species.
No, you can't just generalize, right? How about
Yes,
that? How about you can say general, but how about individually speaking? Would you kill somebody who did not contribute to society?
No, we make rules based on
No,
sir,
we don't. Please. Would you kill? We're not talking about rules. We're talking about morals, right? Would you think it's morally justified to kill somebody on an individual level who is not contributing to society?
No, because that person.
So then it's not contributions to
No,
society.
there's other details that come in place, right? That person has people that
So
they
what
love.
do you care about? What do you care about when it comes to killing somebody? What is the trait that animals don't have?
There's other things. People have people that they love. People have,
They're animals.
not in the same way that women do.
Oh, well, they still have people that love them. And are you saying that if there's a person who doesn't have any family that loves them, you get to kill that person?
No, because you can give that person family later on.
So the same thing you can do for the animals. You can give them family too.
Yes, but why would it matter to me? He doesn't change me. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't.
Why would it matter to me, sir? Look, you have not pointed out a difference between us and the animals.
I just told you there are another species that do not contribute in.
Okay, so let's back to species. So if there is a person in our world who is a different species, who is Asian, for example, you would kill them.
Man, you're making this so complicated.
You're not understanding what I'm telling you. That's what you're confused. Look, guys, people want to do this all the time. They want to say they're a different species than me. But every time you look at the different species, what it leads to is the sense that you care about what happens to about somebody's genes. All you care about is somebody's genetic makeup, right? So if we were to extrapolate this, there be a certain being who had a certain gene which rendered them able for you to kill. That's absurd to me, right? There is no aesthetic feature or gene that grants somebody the right to kill another person, right? And that's why I think speciesism is ridiculous. It's just as bad as racism. There is no race or skin color that grants us to kill another. The same with species, right? And you guys are, unbeknownst to yourselves, being speciesist to the animals in the same way it being wrong as racism. All right. One last guest. I'm not looking for a gotcha. This is your logic. This is your belief, not mine.
How you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So, first of all, when you said like Asian, you called them species, man. They're people.
Oh my gosh. See, this is another thing. Most people don't understand what I'm saying when I do these lives. People don't grasp most of the things I say, right? So now they're strawmanning me, they're misinterpreting me. I don't think that Asian people are another species. They're still people. It was a hypothetical. Hi, how are
Yeah,
you?
hello. I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. No, I was just gonna get to the point to where you said that plants, that every plant that you eat gives you everything that you need, the nutritionist or whatever you were talking about earlier. But I know that some you can't find certain vitamins in plants, like the vitamin B12, vitamin B. I'm sorry, what?
Vitamin B12 is found in tofu, tempeh, nutritional yeast, fortified foods, mushrooms, and nutritional yeast and
No, it's a fact that you can't find vitamin B12 in any plant.
I just gave you several foods
No,
that are
no,
vegan.
you're saying that, but
I just gave you several foods that are vegan that you can get B12 from. Tofu, tempeh, nutritional yeast, mushrooms, fortified foods, and drinks. Supplementation. All of those allow you to get B12. Okay, Freddie? So either refute what I just told you or go away. You can't just keep saying, but no, Mike, you're wrong. Show me an argument.
how about vitamin D? You can't find that in a plant.
Okay. So you agree that I could get B12 as a vegan, right?
No, you can't.
No? Okay. So why can't I get B12 from tofu?
Oh, you can get. You can get it if you take a pill, but you can't get it from a plant.
Okay. So you agree that I can get it from a pill. Okay. So you agree that I can get B12 as a vegan.
And dairy products. That's all I'm telling you.
Freddie.
That whatever you eat, is it a dairy product?
Freddie, do you agree that tofu has B12 in it?
I don't know what tofu is. To be honest with you, I don't know. I don't know what it is.
So then stop.
But I know that.
So then stop saying I cannot get it as a vegan, right?
Well, can you look it up and see where it says that you can get vitamin D or vitamin B12 from that? I don't think you can.
It's called tofu. Look it up. You'll look up the nutrition.
I've looked it up. And it doesn't show that it produces vitamin B12. That's what I'm telling you. It doesn't. No plant substance.
B12
That's why I'm telling you.
It contains B12.
No plant. I mean, I'm telling you what I've looked up, brother. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, look up
nutrition. There's no plant source.
Oh my gosh! Quiet.
I'm just speaking my truth, bro. It's eating you up because you don't want to hear.
If you would just be quiet, I can explain to you to go look up vitamin B12. There's a whole study called vitamin B12 in plant predominant diets, and it goes step by step showing you how you can get B12 from nutritional yeast. 2 spoons of it has all the B12 you need. 2 spoonfuls of it, right? Go look up that study. Want me to do it again for you, buddy? It's called Vitamin B12 in Plant Predominant Diets in the Journal of Lifestyle Medicine. And it goes step by step and explains to you how you get B12, vitamin D, iron, omega-3s as a vegan. Okay, Freddie? So go look up that study. Okay? Now you can talk, brother.
No, I said you can stick to your diet. I'll stick to mine, bro. I'm a meat eater. You're a plant eater. That's
Oh
just the
no,
way it
no.
is.
You said
That's the way it is, bro.
stick to my diet, right? Okay. My
Don't
diet
stick to your
consists
diet.
of Freddy. I'm gonna
A
eat Freddy.
plants.
I'm gonna eat you. I'm a cannibal.
Okay, well, that's against the law, though.
Stick to my diet, right? What? I thought you said stick to my diet. I thought you said stick to my
Well, is
diet.
that do you eat humans?
Freddy,
Hypothetically, do you eat
I
humans,
thought you
really?
said stick to your diet. That's what I'm
Are
doing.
people your diet though? Are people your diet?
Oh yes, I
Oh,
eat people. I eat
whoa,
people.
whoa. No,
Why
they're
is
not,
it?
are they? They're not. They're
Why is
not,
it
are they?
wrong?
You don't
Okay,
really eat a
so why?
person, do you?
Oh my God! Why is
Hypothetically,
it wrong
you're
to
answering
eat
things
people?
hypothetically, bro.
It's like talking to a wall, right? The point I'm trying to demonstrate is that we don't say, oh, just go ahead, eat what you want to eat. That leads to ridiculous scenarios where it would be okay to kill somebody for food if you don't have to, right? That's the problem. That diets entail harm. Some diets can entail harm, and that's what we want to reduce. We want to reduce harm. Freddie over here wants to maximize it because he doesn't know that B12 comes from vegan foods and bacteria. He doesn't want to understand that, right? That's the problem. Oh, Freddy.
Oh, bad. Yo, my boy. I gotta ask you something, bro. Like for real. You have you ever had meat before? Like, have you ever ate meat?
Yeah.
Okay. So like, I think you should eat a little more, bro. You eat mad meat right now. I'm not gonna lie, cause yo, you obviously mad about something. That's why you on here. And yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm about to smack down a juicy burger.
See, guys, that's what happens when you eat lots of meat. It gets to your brain. You become a very, very brainless person. You become a meathead. Hey, how are you?
Hello, good evening, sir. Would I like to debate you?
Okay.
Why do
Smacking your
you
phone, sir?
think God isn't real?
You stop smacking your phone?
Smacking my phone? What are you talking about?
Okay, great. So what's your argument for God?
I believe he's real. He spoke to me once.
What did he tell you? To smack your phone around?
He told me to smack people, not my phone, but in self-defense.
Hello.
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 18.
What year were you born?
2005.
Okay, and what's your argument for us today?
Okay. So when you were with Freddie, you were like, no, well, I can't remember, but like you were saying that don't kick me, but like you were saying Asians are like different species.
No, I didn't say that.
Well,
It's a
you were
hypothetical.
saying that, but like,
It's hypothetical,
did you
man.
know? Did you know that tofu is hurting more animals than like killing animals?
Oh,
Vegans are hurting animals more than us
why? Okay, how is that happening?
because you're spraying stuff to make your tofu.
Oh, okay. And what percent of soy is grown for human consumption?
I don't know. All I heard is that.
You
But
can
like
tell. Yeah,
you're
it's about
you're
9.
like vegans are
It's about 9%. Most soy is grown for animal feed, right? The animals that you guys slaughter and abuse and torture and rape are being fed soy. We don't grow soy for tofu. That's almost a vast minority of the time. Most soy, 90% of it is grown for animals. And that's why meat eaters are causing way more harm to the environment. They're causing way more pesticides to be used. They're causing way more water to be used. And they're destroying the planet because of meat. type. So it's vegans are saving the world, or if anything, we're trying to minimize harm to the world. You're maximizing it. But nice try, Sandy. Come back later when you grow up. Every stick of tofu kills 1,000 people. Did you know that, vegan?
What's up, man?
Yeah, how can we help you?
All right, so I gotta ask, what is your opinion and why should we go vegan? Because I just hopped in the live, so I don't know like what your belief is and stuff.
This is the most frustrating question I've ever heard in my life. Why are you vegan? Why are you not vegan? That's the bigger question. When I hear why are you vegan, what I hear in my ears is why are you kind to animals? That's what I hear. That question is absurd. Why are you kind to animals? Because that's what veganism means. It means be kind to animals, right? So when somebody from the opposing side says, why are you vegan? It means they don't understand what veganism is. They don't understand the torture they're causing to the animals. They don't understand the hypocrisy that their logic entails. The fact that we think it's wrong to eat dogs, but okay to eat pigs, right? So that's why I'm vegan, because I want to be consistent in my ethical framework. I don't want to harm pigs for the same reasons I don't want to harm a pig or a dog or a person. I'm consistent. That's why I'm vegan. You're not consistent, right? So stop asking me why I'm vegan and ask yourself why you're not vegan. That's the more effective question to ask.